Whoa! Snazzy new intro, huh? Pretty cool. Hey guys, Riley here. So I've just begun the writing process of the Shrinking Ray series season 2. This is very exciting news. I know I'm really excited about it, and you guys are obviously very excited too. I can tell from all your comments. I do have some new subscribers recently. If you're one of them, if you just found my channel recently from my reaction videos, I actually also make short films and web series content as well. So I'm gonna put a link on the description or on the video actually right now. Sorry, to a link to a playlist of all my Shrinking Ray content. It's by far my most popular short films and web series content on my channel. So if you guys want to check out some of my scripted content that I make, click on that playlist. It'll have all the Shrinking Ray videos that I've made. Check it out. It's pretty cool. Really cool special effects and comedy and stuff like that. I think you'll like it. So I'm actually starting on a second season of that web series because I made a first season already. But just to let you guys know, yes, I'm starting writing story ideas right now, but it's still going to be a long ways away. For a while now, like the first season came out about a year ago now, right? And it was pretty. I think it was really successful. A lot of you guys liked it. It was awesome. There was really great reception. I feel really good about that. But as soon as I finished the first season, I was trying to start thinking of story ideas for a second season, but unfortunately, I was having writer's block. I wasn't really coming up with a lot of interesting ideas for where I wanted to take the story next. So honestly, for like the past year, I was having writer's block. I couldn't really think of a lot of ideas for some reason. It sucks, right? Writer's block really sucks. But recently, that's changed. Just the past, I'd say, like month maybe, since I kind of started doing my reaction videos and stuff. I've started to come up with all these ideas again for where I can take season 2. So that's really exciting. I've been writing a lot of the ideas down. I still have to. They're all kind of out of order at this point, but I'm gonna have to sit down one day and try to organize them all, get the storyline all chronologically in order, right, and figure out how many episodes it's gonna be. You know, where the start of the episodes begin, kind of where they end. Like, what are the cliffhangers for each episode? Because if you guys kind of pay attention from the first season, every episode had like a cliffhanger, right? Which I think is just good writing. Like a lot, obviously a lot of shows do that, right? Because they want you to tune in the following week. They want to grab your attention and make sure that you're going to stick around for the next episode. So I definitely like having cliffhanger endings, right? So that's exciting. But like I said, it's still a long ways away. Just because I am starting the writing process right now doesn't mean the season 2 is going to come out in a couple of months, right? Like, if you guys aren't into like content creation or filmmaking, that's okay. You might not fully understand how all of the process works. It takes a long time, especially the way I do it. I strive for a very high quality bar for my content. I don't want to release a video, especially season 2 of the Shrinking Ray series, if it's not to the quality standard that I want it to be, right? So I want it to be very polished. I want the script to be very good, a story that I'm passionate about and I think's worth telling. I want the acting to be good, the cinematography, the editing, the visual effects for sure. So all that stuff takes a long time because I'm also doing it all on my own as well. Like I'm like a one-man crew here. But at the same time, I also kind of like doing that. It's fun. It's honestly kind of fun doing it all on my own because it's a big challenge, right? Like most films, even short films and like web series, obviously have like a larger crew of people, right? Like one person is just the director, one person's the writer, the cinematographer, then you have your actors, your editors, all that sort of stuff, visual effects artists. I'm doing all of it, right? I'm the writer, the producer, the director, the cinematographer, the actor, right? I'm playing like two main roles at the same time, right? Riley and Kyle. And then I'm also the editor and the visual effects artist and everything, right? Marketing too, right? Like posting teasers and putting together trailers for the upcoming season. Like I do everything, right? I'm a one-man crew, so that's why it takes a long time. If I had a bigger crew, then obviously I could probably pump the series out sooner, right? But it's not going to be like that. So, and I have a really high quality bar, like I said. So it's going to take a long time, unfortunately. So stick with me. That's why I want to kind of post some of this other content on my channel, like reaction videos. And I'm thinking of starting maybe doing some live streams soon. If you guys want to tune into that, that'd be cool. Let me know in the comments kind of what days of the week and what times during the day would be best for you for live streaming, maybe. And leave your time zone too. That would also be helpful. I'm in the Eastern time zone, so I was kind of thinking in the evening, right? Like, so, maybe when people are off work, I was kind of thinking maybe 7 to 10 p.m. for live streaming would be a good time. But let me know if that's good or not. During the week, would that be good? Or would the weekend be better, right? Like, I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments, right? So, but I am thinking about doing that soon. But the Shrinking Ray series, right? So if I had to kind of guess for, how long it's going to take, it's hard to say, but based off the first season took me, what was it? I filmed it in kind of the summer of 2023, right? And then I released it right at the beginning of 2024. So it took me, like 6 months maybe. Like I started writing season 1 in the spring of 2023. So like maybe March, April. And then I started filming in May, June. And then I released it come January of the following year, right? But I'm kind of foreseeing that this season is going to be a little bit bigger than the first season. I'm not sure entirely yet, right? Because I haven't wrote the script, but I'm kind of hoping that it is going to be bigger, a little bit longer than the first season. So it's probably going to take more work, and I also want to polish it more than the first season. There's, I don't know if you guys picked up on it, but the first season there are quite a few continuity errors in it, and like mistakes, specifically mistakes I made while shooting. Like there will be certain shots where you'll see kind of like some of the lights that I use to light the sets. You'll see them in the reflection of like windows or the TV or things like that. And then there's some continuity errors too between things. It'll be interesting. Let me know if you guys picked up on any of that from the first season. But I want to try and like improve upon that stuff in the second season, right? I want the second season to be more ambitious than the first season, more polished, and maybe longer too. We'll have to see, right? But so basically what I'm saying is it's going to take longer to produce the second season, unfortunately, right? So I'm starting to write it right now. So that will take, maybe I'm hoping not too long, maybe a couple months. So what I'm aiming for is I want to, hopefully I want to film season 2 this upcoming summer. So if you guys don't know, I live in Canada, so it's cold right now. We're in the middle of winter. There's snow outside right now. It's cold. I want to do like some outside scenes in season 2. So I kind of want to wait for the summer weather when it's nice. So probably come May and June again, I'm hoping to start filming. So I want to kind of hopefully I want to have the script ready to go by May or June this year. And then I can start filming. And, filming will take a while, probably a couple months, longer than the first season, probably. So a couple months, I'll film all throughout the summer. And then editing and visual effects will take a very long time as well, right? If you guys don't know, like all the green screen stuff to make myself shrunk and look small, right? Like when I'm on the Rubik's Cube or on my smartphone and I'm calling people, that takes a lot of work to put all that stuff together. So that's going to be a while. So, maybe by the end of the summer, maybe I wrap filming, and then editing, visual effects will take, probably, I don't know, it's hard to say, probably at least like 4 months, maybe 6. So it's hard to say. So maybe like I'm gonna say 2026 I'll release season 2. Maybe like spring 2026. That'd be the goal, right? Like it's early 2025, so maybe in a year from now it'll release. Spring or maybe summer next year, something like that. That's what I'm shooting for, right? But I just want to keep your guys' expectations in check, right? Like it's not coming next week. It takes a lot more time than that. So, but I do want to keep you guys in the loop because it's going to take so long before it comes out. I definitely want to give you guys more teasers when I start filming and stuff like that, and editing and stuff. I want to post some behind the scenes pictures and videos and stuff like that on my channel. So if you guys are interested in that, let me know. I think that'll kind of keep you guys engaged, right, while I am working on the season, so that it kind of holds you over until the season does finally release, right? So yeah, like behind the scenes photos, maybe some YouTube shorts if I have like some cool like green screen footage or stuff like that. So that's cool, I think. And then one final thing. So because I am, just starting to get into the writing phase, I'm open to story idea suggestions from you guys. If you guys have any ideas whatsoever, I see them all the time on my other Shrinking Ray videos, right, in the comments. A lot of you guys leave really cool ideas for like where you want the story to go next. So I'm open to any suggestions you guys have. Leave them in the comments below if you have any cool story ideas for season 2. Because, I have a lot of ideas myself, but if you guys have any better ideas than what I have already, and you can help improve the season in any way, that would be awesome, right? So I'm open to it. And then I do want to give you guys credit as well. So if I do end up using anybody's story idea in the final finished product of season 2, I want to give you guys credit. So probably in the description of the video, maybe. So say like for episode 1 of season 2, if I use like, let's say like the person's name is like Joe Smith, right? Like a generic name. So like Joe Smith gives me a really cool story idea for season 2. I end up using it in episode 1. I'll put in the description of episode 1, like story ideas, credited to, and then it'll say, like Joe Smith and then dash, and then I'll actually write out the exact story idea that he gave me. So I want to give you guys credit, right? Like if you guys give me a really cool idea, I'm not going to take credit saying that I came up with that idea on my own. So I want to give you guys credit too. I think that'd be cool. And then you can kind of get your name featured, right, in the description or the video, the comments section or something. So I think that'd be cool. So again, let me know in the comments. I want to hear your story ideas. If you have any really cool ideas, I want to hear them. They might end up getting featured in season 2. We'll see. But I do want to just, one more final thing. I've rambled on a lot, I know. I'm not going to be able to include everybody's story idea because if I did, the story would be overstuffed with way too much stuff. I still want to make the story, very tight, good pacing, have good flow to it and just tell a good story. I don't want it to be overstuffed or overcomplicated with too many different ideas going on at one time, right? So I'll read through all your comments. I'll try to pick the ideas that I think are the best, that kind of excite me the most, and I think might kind of work in the story that I'm trying to tell for season 2. And then some of the other ideas, if I don't end up using one of your ideas, don't be too upset. I'll save them, and I might end up using them down the line for a different video or something, right? So I won't, I'm not going to discard anybody's ideas entirely. So I think that's everything, guys. So again, just let me know in the comments any story ideas. Let me know, if are you guys excited for season 2? Do you want to see behind the scenes photos, along during the next year when I end up writing it and filming it and start editing it and doing visual effects? Do you want to see all that sort of behind the scenes stuff? Let me know all that stuff in the comments, guys. And I think that's everything. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you want to stay notified for when I post future content. And then if you want to stay in touch with me, you can follow me on my socials. I have a Twitter, an Instagram, a Discord, and a Reddit. And that's everything, guys. Thanks for watching.